All right, so we're gonna do a little quick deal on Nightmare Bestia. And just so you guys know, the videos you'll see here, there's three of them, I believe, just strung together just to show you what the fight looks like. And I'll go over some of the stuff for heals really quickly. And this goes with something else I'm writing up separately. So Bestia Nightmare is pretty legit. What you see is the tanks up on the top there. We'll have one tank holding two ads at any given time, and it's the same two ads throughout the whole freeze. You have the other tank grabbing the new ad that comes in, the new monster that comes in every time, and sometimes DPS will help kind of gather that new monster up. But the main thing to know for healers is that you'll have one tank holding two monsters, the same two monsters, throughout the whole phase until Bestia drops. And you'll see Bestia drop later in this video. The one thing for healers is that there's a lot of damage going out. Significant damage is going out during this fight. In this video and in a couple of these videos, I have a shadow tank that I'm healing, who is pretty good with a hybrid spec and pretty good with cooldown the stuff, until she is able to mitigate a lot of damage and absorb a lot of damage or whatever shadows do. But there is a lot of damage going out for the group. This AoE damage from the monsters are just wrecking the group. They're wrecking everybody, really. So healers really have a challenge of keeping everybody topped off and really focusing the tank that has the monsters while you heal up the group. There's a couple different things you can do for healers. You can assign the tank on the two monsters to one healer. So if you have like a merc healer or an operative healer or even a sage or sword killer, to be honest with you, you can have one healer focus one tank. And I tried that earlier on, and it worked okay. It wasn't. I don't think it's perfect, but if you have a healer that really likes to burst, or a really good tank class, and somebody who's good with cooldowns, that might be able to work pretty well. Where you just have one healer do it. The other thing I think that most groups will do, and I think works better, is that you have both healers AoE heal the group. That because all the DPS and the tank on the single monster will be together, stacked together, burning the monster, burning the larva, and burning the tentacle. Sometimes they'll take the monster over to the tentacle. So what I would suggest is that you have the healers AoE heal the group and the tank that's on the single monster, while you single target focus down the tank that's on the two monsters. If you have a scoundrel and a sage, or if you have a merc and a sage in the sork, basically if you have a sage or a sage or sork, the best thing to do is to have everybody group up with the tank on the single ad and the DPS, and AoE down the group. So AoE down with your AoE heal on the group, and then single target down the tank. What I do on my operative and scoundrel is I select the tank that has the single monster, hit him with my AoE heal. Then I just burst down the tank with the two monsters. And one of the groups where I have a Sork, same thing. She AoE heals the group, bubbles everybody up, and then casts her Innervate and a couple casts on the tank that's dealing with the monsters. The other thing for healers to keep in mind is you're going to have to really, really, really pay attention to the tank calling out the cooldowns. And you're going to have to know what the cooldowns do. If you have a Jug, or I believe a Guardian is the mirror class, you're going to have to know what those cooldowns do and what they mean for your resource management. If the Shadow is going to just, pop a really nice cooldown that gives you time to kind of regroup, that might be a time to hot up the rest of the group or heal up the rest of the group, or get your resources back while you also top off the tank. So it's just stuff to keep in mind when you're healing this boss, is that the tanks have to call out cooldowns. The tanks have to let you know what's going on. You guys, the healers, have to really have a strat for healing. There's no really run and gun. You have to say, okay, here's what we're going to do for this wave. If you're going to AoE the group, if you're going to focus down one healer on one tank, you have to establish that early on, and that helps the group settle everything out. It's a really healy fight. It's a really healy wave, but it's really fun, and when you get to the boss, it can be super rewarding. So those are just some quick thoughts. I hope this video will help you. Hope everybody's doing well. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the video.
Kill target.
Tight. Can I go?
I got it.
Somebody jump on this
You like my corruption?
Wipe it up.
That was weird.
Yeah, that was.
Perform to us.